All right, open up the YouTube ski and pop a brewski. You're listening to the Bro Power Podcast.
Is this seriously how you start these?
Woo!
Shut up. Okay.
I'm the last Caleb.
I'm the Meridian Vaz.
And for those of you who don't know, this is my bro. And you're listening to us right now. Our voices are reaching your ears.
Kinda, sorta.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do we talk about now? It's so how's work going actually? How does FedEx?
I called my manager and
Wow, racism on the podcast.
Walked right up to my manager like, "Hey, listen here, you son of a."
Okay.
I didn't actually say that. He's white. That would have been wrong of me
My
to say that to a
nickname,
white man.
My nickname at my workplace is Toby.
What kind of nigga named Toby?
They call me Toby because Kunta Kinte.
You gonna get your Kunta Kinte on?
Yeah, so they called me Kunta for a little while, but then they wanted to be less racist in like a secretive way. So they started calling me Toby. I knew exactly what.
Well, I guess we should give him some history on us. I met this guy freshman year?
Yeah, freshman
year of high school, robotics class. That class, let me tell you, that class was something else. We had this kid in there who named Jurith. You remember Jurith?
The Jew.
Alright, so this kid, this is freshman year, this kid, he was straight up weeaboo. Like, if he could run, he would be running with his arms outstretched behind his back like Naruto, is what I'm saying.
Every time.
And one day, he's just sitting there in class, he's just rubbing his hands together, making this little ball in the air, and I'm like, Jared, what are you doing there, buddy? And he goes, I'm making chi. I was like, you're making cheese? He's like, no, I'm making chi. And I was like, guys, want some fresh cheese? Jared's making some cheese balls over here. You want some cheese? Come get your cheese balls.
And I came immediately.
And I remember he got really mad at me. And he all of a sudden, the next thing I know, he's just holding his hands out next to me. He's just, his eyes are closed. He's really concentrating. And his hands are just outstretched over me. And I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, I'm absorbing your energy.
I think he was trying to kill you with those cheese balls.
He goes, I'm absorbing your energy. And I looked at him for a good minute. And I was just like, you have fun with that. And then I just got up and I moved to a different part of the classroom.
Like, I was never the guy to make fun of people or kind of like throw them to the side because they were weird. But Jesus, that was just too much. That was way too much. Like, he made me want to puke how much he was weird.
Basically, we were dicks freshman year of high school.
Yep.
And I remember one time we brought up the cheese balls again, and we were all in the classroom sitting in a big circle just talking about cheese balls and our just chi-related puns. And I remember I yelled out, I want to shoot hot chi all over you. And the teacher said, get the fuck out of the classroom.
Remember when you got sent to the principal's office one time? What was that about?
Okay, so we had a guy, you remember Shaggy?
Yeah.
Okay, Shaggy was the designated Jew of the class. He designated himself that, I think. And he was like, yeah, I'm the Jew. And he was a senior. We were like freshmen, so seniors got out a week early, and we were all like, we lost our Jew, guys. We want our Jew back. And so it was like, oh, who can we make our Jew? And I looked over at Jurith, and I was like, Jew. Jurith the Jew. Jurith the Jew. Hey, guys, Jurith the Jew. And he was like, no. I was like, Jurith the Jew. And he was like, no. And next thing I know, hey, we'll go to the principal's office. Why? He called a kid a Jew. And I was like, oh. And as I was leaving the classroom, I remember Jurith just standing there. It was like he was in an anime episode or something. Like he had just beat the big main villain. Arms, out his hips going, you see, guys? I don't mess around.
He literally said those words. It was hysterical.
I didn't even get in that much trouble for it. I was just like, why did you call this kid a Jew?
Of course you're not going to get in trouble for calling someone a Jew. The kid was a Jew. Everybody knew it. Principals knew it.
You know what the funnest class I ever had with you with, though?
Was that Miss Debus's?
Miss Devitt. Alright, so this was balls to the wall crazy. We had you, me, another guy I don't know if you talk to him anymore. Dalton?
Dalton who?
Yeah.
No, Dalton, no more.
Yeah, we don't really talk to Dalton anymore. And, we were all in the same class together, and we had a lot of fucking shenanigans. The main thing that me and Nick would do, though, is we would take kids' desks and we'd move them out of the hall. We'd move them to the side. The teacher would walk and be like, "Guys, what's this desk doing right here?" And we'd look at her and be like, "Oh, they got voted off the island." Yeah, the tribe's spoken. They don't want them there. You know, for a while, I'm surprised she went with it.
She did.
She went with it for a while, and then finally she just went, "Okay, guys, this has to stop."
Oh, the funnest times, man.
Do you remember that time that Amber Fisher, we were reading A Raisin in the
Oh,
Sun.
no.
And Amber Fisher, she's this white chick. She was reading the part of a black lady. And she kept messing up her lines. And then she just really frustrated goes, "I can't read." And I started cracking up because of the stereotype of black people not being able to read. But no one knew why I was laughing so hard, except you. You looked over at me. You saw me laughing my ass off, and you were just like, "Are you laughing because of what I think you're laughing at?" I just went, "Yes."
And in the class, we would just look at each other at random moments and then just burst out into laughter. And Miss Debus would wonder what was going on all the time. We didn't even know what was going on.
I remember one of the funnest interactions I saw between you and Dalton was sitting like this, face around, looking at you, and you were talking to him. You're just giving him a weird look, and he just starts rubbing his knees, going, "Let me tell you about Jesus." And to this day, I don't know what that was about, but I just knew that I did not want to be anywhere near him at the time.
I didn't either, man. But he was cool.
Yeah, he was a cool guy. I remember we used to wait outside Miss Devis's class all the time, for school to start and shit. What else did we used to do there? I remember one time after the class was over and everything, we were out of Miss Devis's class, we snuck in and we sat down, and it took her a good while for her to realize we shouldn't be there. I'm probably like 30 minutes of her teaching the class before she stopped.
The next class came in and they were sitting down. Everybody was like, "What's up, man?" Like, but we were like, just shh, don't tell her anything. We're just gonna sit here for a while.
And then, like, in the middle of the lesson, she just goes, "Nick, Caleb, what are you doing in here?" Oh, do you remember our nickname speeches? We had to give these speeches because so originally in high school it was me, Meridian Vaz, Orange June, and Dalton, and we were like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Yeah, that's the best way to describe us. We really were. We did everything just to we did everything in our power to
fuck with everyone.
Yeah.
And all right, so fuck. Oh yeah, the nickname story. So we had to write a paper over nicknames that we've been given over the years.
Oh, I remember now. Yeah.
And there was one summer that we all learned what our fetishes were and everything. And I remember you went up first, and you went like, "Over the summer, I got to know Dalton and Caleb, and we all learned a lot more about each other than we should have." And then I went up, and I was like, "My friends call me a lot of stuff. Some names that I can't say in this classroom, like dumbass or stupid shit."
And she was fine with that.
Yeah.
That's why I love Miss Davis.
And then Dalton's cracked me up because his was just all bullshit of just like, he wrote the story of how he saved the Titanic from terrorists, and that's how he got the nickname Iceberg. And at one point got into the like a porno movie industry business.
Oh man!
I don't know if he still has that paper, but if he does, I really hope he kept that paper because that was some of the funniest shit I've ever heard.
True.
Do you remember Mr. Benniga's class?
Benniga? Okay. The Meridian Vaz is black. Caleb's black, whatever.
I'm a mutt.
He's whatever, man.
I'm brown.
He's mixed with everything. And so, I so many times I called Mr. Beniga to his face, and he wouldn't respond to it. I don't know if it was because I was black he wouldn't respond to it, or if he actually didn't know what I was saying.
Did I tell you about this that one time? Because Dalton was actually in that class too.
Mm-hmm.
So was Aaron actually.
Yeah.
Axolotl Wizard.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember one time as this was like the class right before lunch, and our lunch break came up. Everyone started leaving the class, and me and Dalton were the last ones out. I had my headphones in because I walked around everywhere with my headphones, and I couldn't hear anything. And I turned to say, "Bye, Mr. Beniga," and left the classroom. And as I left, Dalton just gave me the weirdest look. And I'm like, "What?" I took out a headphone. I was like, "What do you want?" He was like, "You just butchered the shit out of his name." I was like, "What did I say?" You said, "Bye, Mr. Beniga."
You thought. You thought.
One of my favorite things that we used to do is we'd turn around and act like we were on opposite ends of the class. Mm-hmm. And we'd turn around and we'd look at each other and we'd act like we were sucking a dick.
But every class we were in, we were on opposite ends. Like Mrs. Debises, she eventually put us on opposite ends. Mr. Beniga put us on opposite ends. Because if we were together, the class wouldn't get taught. there would be nothing learned in that class.
But we'd turn around and we'd act like we were sucking dick. And it would always be great when someone in the middle would be caught in the middle of that, because we'd just be, in the middle of looking at each other, and then we'd lock eyes with them, and we just have to go, "Sorry, pal."
Like shrug and be like,
"You're part of this now."
Just keep going. Oh man, we were the weirdest kids in school, man.
We're still one of the weirdest friendships.
I was a jock in school. I played football. I played basketball. I did track.
I was just an outsider. I moved from group to group to group.
Mm-hmm. I just didn't. I was really not into the whole in-crowd, popular kid stuff. I hung out with the band kids. I hung out with the weirdest of kids, except for Jareth. That's a hell no. But everybody else was cool. And Caleb was someone who I latched on to the closest, I guess.
I still don't know how that happened. I don't know when we started hanging out. Do you?
I think it was freshman year sometime, but I think it happened after robotics class. Robotics class, I think, was the first semester. Mm-hmm. And then after that, we started hanging out, kind of. And then you grew into the best of French.
The best of French?
Fresh to fresh.
Fuck. The thing about friendship, though, is it has a lot of ups and downs. Mm-hmm. And you know what? This podcast is going to be about friendship. Because the thing is, while this guy is my best friend, there are times that we have been absolutely at each other's throat.
Oh, yeah.
And we have had so many arguments that, we thought, oh, man, this is going to be it. This is going to be what ends our friendship right here. This is stupid. It was the stupidest arguments, too.
Always. And most of the time, I would say 90% of the time, it was because of video games.
Yeah, it was on Xbox.
We would hate each other. He would kill me over and over again, or team kill me or something. Then I would mute him for I think the longest time I muted you for was 2 weeks or longer or something like that.
Or you would just start being a troll in a video game.
And he would start hating me, and I wouldn't stop being a troll.
And I remember one time, we just got into a really loud shouting match over Xbox. And I remember actually Sean noticed this, our Australian friend, who I want to get involved in Bro Power, but he's just so long distance.
Well, I think the best way to get him involved in Bro Power is, if we get, a Skype thing set up with him, and then we can record somehow our Skype calls.
Yeah.
We can have, podcasts with him joined in.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah. But Sean, one night after one of our arguments, it was him and John in a party, and
Okay, wait, before you go any further, Sean was our father, in a way.
He was the first friend I made in high school, actually, and it was me and Sean video gaming for a while, and then Dalton joined in, and then you and John joined in, and then it was mainly us for a while, along with Shinigami. Yeah,
Shinigami. I've been talking to Shinigami a little bit now. I really wasn't talking to him then because he was having those weird names. You see him on PlayStation.
Yeah.
There's Shine, the brightest one, or
he changes his stuff all the time. But anyway, Sean, after one of our shouting matches, he goes, "Wow, those two really fucking get at it all the time." And Dalton was like, "They're completely opposite in real life." He was like, really? Yeah, he was like, this is like weird for them.
But it worked.
Yeah, somehow it worked. See, the key to a friendship is you work past it. Like you need space sometimes, and sometimes those arguments that you think are like, because at the time, I don't know, looking back at it, those were some of the stupidest
They were
fucking
all
arguments.
stupid. They really
Like
were.
they didn't none of it mattered like at all. It was all over petty shit that
It wasn't like you stole my money.
Yeah.
Or you did something to me terrible. You just team killed me.
Yeah, like oh shit.
That's the last straw. We're not gonna be friends anymore.
But yeah, you work past it. And here we are still again today. And this is also, like, this podcast and the video we got, I don't know what's going to be uploaded first, this podcast or the video. It just depends on when my uncle gets here.
Yeah.
But, this is just, like, because we just went through another little period of separation to where, like,
This was probably the longest period we had apart from each other. It was the longest period we had apart from each other. What was it, like 5-6 months, maybe longer?
More than that. It was like a good 8-9 months.
Yeah, it was a long time, but we had to work past it somehow. This is the first time we've hung out in that time.
Yeah.
Actually.
So. And or like I said in the video, Bro Power was actually originally like You're and My Thing.
Yep.
And it was actually I didn't tell you about this, but I was gonna surprise you one day with because I created the channel. I was gonna be like, hey Nick, look what I created. We can get started now. And then we stopped talking for a while. And then at the beginning of the year, I was like, I really want to get back into YouTubing. And I was like, oh shit, I still got this. I'm gonna do something with this. And I've been going on with it so far because I'm just doing it for about a year. And then I'm going to see where I want to go with it from that. Because I just wanted a project that, because a lot of my projects, they fall through. And I just wanted something that I could keep for like a set period of like time. And then if I can work through that, if I want to keep doing it, I'm going to keep doing it.
But quick plug real quick. The Meridian Vaz has a Twitch channel who he only has 9 followers on. and
you are making the stupidest face right now.
He would like more. So yeah, it's spelled TheMeridianVaz, all one word. Each word is capitalized.
God, you're a faggot.
Shut up, man. I need friends. I just need friends.
But yeah, in high school, here's who we went to high school with. We went to high school with Axolotl Wizard, went to high school with Orange June, and Squee the Pancake, and Cat with Rabies. And it's basically just been us, like in high school and everything.
And we've, for the most part, stuck together. We haven't really separated. We'll go those times where we don't really talk to each other, not because we're mad, just because we're doing our own thing. And then we'll get back together at a certain time. But we haven't really lost contact with each other since high school. We just stayed together, which is pretty nice to have. Like you can't it's hard to find friends that you can stay friends with for a long period of time. And we found that, which is very nice.
I'll be honest, because the whole let me clear this up for everyone. I was kind of turning into a giant asshole about 8 months ago.
A little bit.
And and I was going through a lot of shit, and Vaz just dropped me. He stopped talking to me, and honestly, I don't really blame him. But it honestly hurt a lot because you were the one guy that I thought wouldn't leave just because to be honest, no one knew why you stopped talking to me. I didn't know why you stopped talking to me, and I just felt like you just abandoned me, and that really hurt because I thought, we had gone through so much shit that, I thought, we could talk anything out.
I was actually very scared that you would end up telling my fetishes to somebody else. And I didn't want that information out there. That's some scary information to have.
And then I just realized, that he wanted some space from me, and that's perfectly fine because I needed some space. He needed some space, and yeah.
But here we are, back at it again. You have an Evil Within comic book?
Yeah, that game shit. The comic's actually
yeah.
nice.
No, have you H2O Delirious?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen him play it?
Mm-mm.
It's hilarious.
Fucking love H2O delirious.
He's the best. Vanoss sucks, but the rest of them, everybody, like, we've had this discussion with many people. I've had this discussion with many people. Vanoss sucks. Everybody in Vanoss's group makes him better. That's the only reason why. The only reason why he has so many followers or subscribers is because he has the best cutting and the best video recording and all that stuff. That's the only reason why.
Fuck, where was I going with this?
I don't know. Something about you sucking ass.
Oh.
No, yeah, it's hard being friends. It really is.
Friendship isn't. Good friendships are not easy.
Mm-mm.
That is something you need to learn right now. If you have a good friend, just know that you're gonna argue sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But after each argument, our friendship grows a little stronger because we come out on top of it.
Mm-hmm. Even when we had that 9-month period apart, I still never forgot about him. I always thought about him, not in a gay way, but I always thought about you
in a gay way.
Maybe a little bit, but still. Yeah, I always
See, we're such good friends that my ex-girlfriend used to make the joke all the time that we were gay. She'd be like, I swear to God, you guys are gay.
She thought we was. I think she literally thought we may have been gay for each other. And she wasn't wrong. Wasn't 100% wrong. Yeah, we did stuff.
Oh, it's gonna sound fucking great. Just silence. Yeah, we did stuff.
Oh man. But yeah, it's great to be back in your arms again.
This feels right because, like I said, originally this was supposed to be our thing together, and I'm really excited to be going forward through this with you. If I do start acting like a dick, then I go just talk it out with me.
I will.
Yeah, don't drop me off the face of the earth again because that's I actually have abandonment issues. That's the worst thing you could do to me.
I actually knew that, and I still did it, and I'm sorry.
Are you good? Yeah, because you're of all people, your mom called me the other day, and she was like, "Yeah, I've been worried about you," and I was like, "Oh," and then I went and paid your mom and your dad a visit, and then halfway through, your mom called you, and then here we are.
But yeah, it's gonna be one of those friendships where we're sitting on the porch later, and we're 90 years old, and yep. But we're gonna be the most asshole old people, just to be asshole old people, kids walking by, get out of here! We don't want you here. You and your what's it gonna be? Techno space alien music.
I remember Nicki Minaj. That was real music.
Oh man, I like cake.
Yeah,
I want cake. Actually, we need to go to Sonic.
To see John or something.
You
You want to go get food?
Sure, man.
Okay, fuck.
Yeah,
well,
we're gonna go get food.
So everyone, this right here is actually the full bro power. It's originally just been me mainly, but this guy is
Everything's back in order.
I will say he's my other half. I love this guy,
Love you
and
too.
This is bro power complete. So be expecting more sketch shit,
A lot more.
and we hope to see you guys. You have a good night, okay? All right.
Weird.